Hi everyone, my name is Monica. Welcome to my channel. If you're tuning in and just checking out how my pregnancy is going, thank you so much. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I make mommy and lifestyle videos, and if you want to see more videos, please subscribe. I would really appreciate that. So today I turned 35 weeks. It's so crazy. So I'm 35 weeks today, so I'll be going through my experience with my 34th week. And as usual, I have my notes here, so don't mind me when you see me looking down. I did have my ultrasound appointment during pregnancy. Like, if everything is normal, if you're not considered as high risk. Anyway, like here in Canada where I live, go through about 3 to 4 ultrasounds. So I believe that ultrasound that I had last week, that would be my last ultrasound for this pregnancy. So yeah, I got to see the baby and all that. It was good. But before I start talking about the ultrasound appointment, let's get on to the baby's length is 17 to 18 inches long, and the baby weighs between 4.2 to 5.8 pounds. It's about the size of or weight of like a honeydew, which is fairly heavy. And then let's get on with my symptoms. Okay, Braxton Hicks. Okay, again, Braxton Hicks, it's becoming, I feel it more often for sure. Especially I noticed that it's when I'm running errands. Over the weekend I went to the mall and just got a few things for the baby, and I was aware that, you know, like, okay, don't walk too fast, because I have this habit, like especially when I'm just by myself, I have this habit of just like walking so fast, just because my head is always you know, for the most part at home, like thinking about my toddler, thinking that I can't be at the mall for too long, which you know, which I don't want to be at the mall anyway for that long. I think just too much crowd sometimes just is overwhelming for me. So what I do, I just make sure I slow down with walking. If I need to stop, then I'll just stop whatever I'm doing and just sit and relax for a bit. But sometimes it's so hard to relax, to be honest. Like, I'm that type of person who's just, as much as I like relaxing, which we do at home, like we have, you know, we set aside time to like actually relax, especially on the weekend. But like during the week, it's so hard for me to just like sit and relax and just like, you know, taking it easy, because my mind is always like, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, like, you know, especially when you already have a toddler. So yes, and then sleep. Sleep is on and off. I find that so right now, like, I've only been sleeping on my left side, because on my back is obviously not comfortable anymore. I mean, if you're pregnant like me and you are also like around, you know, 34-35 weeks on your third trimester, you know how uncomfortable it is to be on laying on your right side or your back side. I actually canceled my dentist appointment. I was supposed to have my just like a cleaning routine. I canceled that because honestly, like, just lying on my backside for a long time just kinds of just makes me like so uncomfortable. It's like I feel like I'm drowning. Anyway, so I have been sleeping on my left side, and because I feel so like my stomach or my belly is so heavy now, that even on the left side is like feels very uncomfortable. So I would put a small pillow. I had my toddler's like old pillow when she was like a baby that I got from IKEA. It's like this small and it's so like thin, so I would insert that like just like right on the edge of my belly, and it helps a little bit for support. During my first pregnancy, I bought this, it's like a wedge type of pillow. It's really small, and I think it's made for that purpose, but I couldn't find it anymore. I wouldn't doubt if I like threw it away, because I'm that type of person. I feel like, oh, okay, like this is no longer serving me, and probably at the time I wasn't really thinking of getting pregnant the second time around, so I probably threw that away. Oh well. All right, and so as far as my weight, I gained 3 pounds over the last 2 weeks, which overall I gained roughly about 27 pounds since this pregnancy. I just heard my toddler, so she'll be joining us. She's always waking up so early these days. So weight gain is about 27 pounds overall. I'm honestly not sure pre-pregnancy weight if I was either 107 pounds or 110 pounds. So it's because before getting pregnant, I wasn't really tracking my weight. Hello, good morning. How are you? Can you stay with mommy while mommy is just finishing this? How was your sleep? Good? Okay, stay with mommy. And then, okay, so I had my OB appointment last week, and when my OB opened the door, like in the room where I was, she was like, "Oh, that is looking big." She said, "That is looking big." And I honestly don't mind that, like coming from my OB, because I feel like that is the case. But I also believe, I also think that I look bigger because, like, I'm only 5'1" and I have a short torso, so I feel like all the belly weight and the baby, it's just so much more pronounced compared to someone who has either a long torso or just, you know, not as petite as me. So I feel like it just looks more pronounced because, yeah, the way, like, how my body is. But anyway, she was like, "That is looking big." So, but when she said that, I kind of laughed, but also I was like kind of like concerned. I'm like, oh my god, like, what is you know, like, I don't know, like, is that normal, is that whatever? But anyway, so she measured me. If you're aware, like, if you are pregnant as well, you know how you're, I don't know, like, if your midwife or your OB measures you from, like, your pelvic bone up to here, and so she measured it, and she was like, "You know what, like, you do look big, but you are actually measuring on point for this week." So I was relieved when she said that, and she asked me, "When is your next ultrasound appointment?" And I said, "Well, not until next week. It's supposed to be this week." And she's like, "Why don't we move that? Like, if you can try to move that, just to see how big the baby is. And if the baby is bigger than expected, then we'll move your C-section date earlier." So I was able to move my ultrasound appointment during my 34th week, and it was so exciting because, you know, like, I haven't had an ultrasound for some time, so it's always nice to see the baby, especially at this time of my pregnancy, because, like, now, you know, like, the nose, the eyes, like, all that, they're already developed. Except I didn't really get a good look of how she looks, just because she's so squished in there, and she was more doing like a side view, I guess. Like, with her, I was able to actually get a picture like she was facing that way. So I did see a lot of her features during that time, but it's okay. Like, to me, as long as the ultrasound went okay, then I'm happy with that. And so with that said, with that ultrasound, the baby's current weight, well, I don't know right now, but like a few days ago when I had my ultrasound, the baby weighs 4.85 pounds, so almost 5 pounds. I'm seeing my OB again in 2 weeks, so I'm thinking that once, you know, like she gets the results, I'm thinking that we will be sticking to our C-section date, unless of course something happens before that. And what else? Again, I have been drinking a lot of water lately, which I'm happy about, but the only thing is like going to the washroom to pee a lot. But you know what, that's fine, because I know like I really need to be you know, like I really need to stay hydrated. So like every day I drink about 4 to 5 mason jars like this big a day. And then what else? So I noticed that below my waist, just like the pelvic area, just feels so, it just feels so, what do you call this? It's almost like jello-like. I feel like my, and that's, from what I know, it's very common, or not very common, like it's very normal with like 3rd trimester, because it's kind of like your body is preparing for, you know, for the big day. So everything softens quite a bit below the waist, your pelvic bone. So yeah, and also my hospital bag, that should be, I should be able to pack that end of this week. I've ordered a bunch of things online over the weekend, just the last little bits that I need for the baby and myself. The last thing that I'll be ordering, I would say, probably are the diapers and the wipes, which I will be ordering on Amazon. I think I will go with the like their subscribe and save and see how that would work for us. But yeah, other than that, yeah, that's about it. Cravings, nothing in particular, but just eating a lot, I guess. And what else? And I will show you guys my belly now. If you have any questions for me, let me know on the comment section down below. Okay, excuse me, baby, I'm just going to show them my belly. Baby, come on. Okay. All right.
I like your shirt.
You do? Thank you.
Nice and gray.
Nice and gray.
Cozy.
And
at the outside.
On the outside, yeah, it's very smooth, right? It's actually very, very soft. This is real life, you guys. Alright. Okay, so this is the side profile. And just before I started vlogging, I measured my waist, or my belly. Okay, let's take this out. I measured around my waist, and it is actually measuring 41.5 inches, which is the same about last week, which is kind of like surprising that it's still this the same measurement, just because during my 34th week I could just really feel my stomach like stretching, and that warm feeling of like, I don't know, but you know, like I could just tell that there was like a growth spurt happening there. And yeah, that is about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And until my next video, we'll see you guys next time. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Let's give a baby hug.
Okay, baby hug. Oh, so sweet.